You wanna play rap? Say hello to my little friend!
No matter what year you were born in or where you come from, there's a huge possibility that you know this now iconic line all so well. Out of all the movies or shows that got adapted into a video game format back in the early 2000s, there's only a handful that I can say are good games in their own right. And the game that I will be covering in today's video is one of those that you could probably replay over and over again without getting bored for a second. Despite being released on the PS2 the same year that Sony released the PS3, this game still to this day holds its own despite being almost 20 years old. Considering that you have already seen the title as well as the giant thumbnail suggesting what game we will be covering today, I think it's time to move into what made this game the now iconic open world masterpiece that it is.
Hello to my little
Released on the 10th of October 2006 for PS2, Xbox as well as PC, this game is an underrated gem that not a lot of people even know about. Now, for a lot of folks that grew up watching the movie and seeing Tony Montana get backshots from the slowest assassins in the history of cinema,
Do it! I think you fucking will!
Just do it! This game creates a full-on alternate universe where everyone's favorite sugar-snorting madman with a heart of gold ends up surviving the attack carried out by Sosa's men. I will say that this game is basically nothing more than a piece of fan fiction when it comes to the story at least, which we will dissect later on. But in terms of raw emotional and nostalgic weight, this game manages to absolutely crush its scale. Despite having a fierce competition within the Grand Theft Auto series, this iconic game somehow managed to hold its own ground and becomes something more than just a simple GTA clone. In short, this story is a direct continuation of the movie itself, giving you free reign of Tony Montana at the time of the infamous mansion attack. Here, the player actually has the chance to give everyone's favorite Yayo pusher another chance at ruining his life all over again.
Nice.
After surviving the initial attack, Tony escapes his mansion, patches up in a rundown cabin somewhere outside of the city, and swears to his now dead mama that he will become a better man. Well, at least that he won't get high on his own supply anymore. From here on out, this game takes on that true open world feeling that we all love and adore. But the main objective within the story for Tony as well as the player is to build back his empire. Of course, all of this is a backdrop for his real/ultimate plan, which is to actually get revenge on Sosa and his former associates. I mean, it's not really that deep or anything, but it gets the job done, which for its time couldn't really be said for other video games that had a license tied to them. Having covered the story a bit, I think it's only fair to get to the part where this game truly shines, and that is its gameplay. The gameplay mechanics that set it apart from the rest of the games that released at that time. Sure, on the surface, it might look like another GTA clone, and quite honestly, it definitely is. But if you dig a bit deeper, you will find a game that actually is fun to play. Now, one of my favorite gameplay mechanics that this game introduces is the balls meter. And yes, you heard that thing right. It's a balls meter that basically turns you into Trevor from GTA 5. Now, this mechanic rewards you for playing aggressively, taunting enemies, and pulling off stylish kills. If you fill up the meter, Tony will enter blind rage, basically becoming an unstoppable force of nature. Speaking of the meter at hand, a few things I forgot to mention are the fact that once maxed, you will become invincible, the ammo becomes unlimited, and each kill stores a little bit of health. It's a visceral experience that truly captures the essence of Tony's unrelenting fury. Also, the voice lines he does while shooting the enemies are straight up hilarious. The combat itself is a blend of strategy and sheer aggression. The game offers a lock-on targeting system, but for those who prefer more hands-on approach, manual aiming allows for targeting specific body parts, which gives you extra points towards filling up that meter, basically rewarding your precision with increased power. Beyond the bloodshed, the game introduces an empire building component. Tony isn't just a thug anymore. After all, he's a businessman with legitimate investments in businesses all over Miami. Players can purchase and manage various fronts that serve as cover for the distribution of illegal goods. These include everything from pawn shops to nightclubs and even a drive-in movie theater. Managing these fronts involves defending them from rival gangs, upgrading security, and ensuring smooth operation throughout the story. Acquiring these fronts isn't always a simple transaction, as some require negotiations, while others demand a more forceful approach. Once under your control, these businesses become vital cogs in your empire, generating income and expanding your influence across Miami. At the heart of Tony's empire is, of course, the Yayo trade. Players will engage in missions to secure Yayo supplies, often involving dangerous trips to the Caribbean islands. Now, smuggling the product back to Miami requires navigating treacherous waters, avoiding pirates and law enforcement alike. But once safely stored in your warehouse, the product can easily be distributed through your network of fronts. One mechanic that this game also introduces is the dealing mechanic. The dealing mechanic requires you to have a hands-on approach, as it isn't a passive activity.
Come on, let's do business. You're lucky I need that candy, cabrón.
Once you complete the first mission and acquire the product, the game introduces a mini-game mechanic of sort related to transactions, requiring precise timing to maximize your profits. Missteps can and will lead to reduced earnings or even violent confrontations. The system adds a layer of tension and engagement to the business side of Tony's operations, even though realistically it can be a bit broken. Every action in the game carries consequences, which are monitored through the heat system itself. Now, in the game, there are two types of heat you can acquire, being either cop or gang heat. Excessive violence or public disturbances increase your heat levels, attracting unwanted attention. High cop heat will result in increased bank laundry fees and more aggressive police responses. Gang heat, on the other hand, affects product prices and can lead to ambushes by rival factions. Managing these heat levels is absolutely crucial to your success. To do this, players can bribe officials to reduce heat or lay low until things cool down. However, if heat levels are maxed out, the game enters up your fuck mode, where escape is nearly impossible and death is only a matter of time. This serves as a stark reminder that even Tony Montana isn't invincible. Now, don't you hate that in games like GTA 4 or GTA 5, there really isn't that much that you can buy in terms of customization for your safe houses? I mean, what is the point of amassing wealth if you can't actually spend it? Scarface, on the other hand, offers you an unique exotics catalog which allows you to purchase luxury items like vehicles and mansion upgrades. And these aren't just cosmetic either. They actually contribute to your reputation and can provide gameplay benefits, from acquiring cars to decorating your mansion with opulent furnishing. The customization options let you live out Tony's high roller lifestyle in a really cool way. It's a really satisfying way to showcase your success and immerse yourself further into the world itself. As your empire grows, so does the need for a capable team. In this game, the game actually allows you to recruit henchmen, each with unique skills tied to them. Drivers can deliver vehicles for you, enforcers will defend your fronts, and assassins will eliminate high-value targets. Delegating these tasks to your crew adds a strategic layer, letting you focus on the bigger picture while a team handles the dirty work. This system not only streamlines operations, but also reinforces the feeling of being a crime lord with a network of loyal subordinates. Now, transportation is key in Miami's sprawling landscape. The game offers a large variety of vehicles, each with distinct handling and durability, from sleek sports cars to heavily armed boats. Choosing the right vehicle for the task at hand is essential. The driving mechanics are responsive but arcadey, which is to be expected as it is a PS2 game after all. The inclusion of a GPS-style mini-map aids navigation and makes everything much easier. The game's interface itself is designed for efficiency. The Empire menu provides a comprehensive overview of your operations, highlighting fronts, missions, and heat levels. Controls are relatively intuitive, with quick access to weapons, vehicles, and henchmen. This seamless integration ensures that you can actually focus on the strategy and action without being bogged down in any way. In essence, Scarface The World Is Yours offers a multi-layered gameplay experience that goes beyond the typical open-world formula. By blending intense combat, strategic empire building, and immersive role-playing elements, the game captures the essence of Tony Montana's return to power. Now, I know that a lot of people, as well as a lot of critics, despite giving it great reviews upon release, really classified this game as a GTA clone with balls. First of all, yeah, it is. It's an open world crime game with guns, cars, and cops. But if that's your whole metric, then literally every sandbox game that came after GTA 3 is a clone. That's like saying every RPG is a Final Fantasy clone. The truth is, Scarface took the open world formula and twisted it into something entirely different. It wasn't about mindless chaos or any of the brain-dead stuff folks like to do with open world games. While GTA may have encouraged sandbox mayhem for fun's sake, Scarface gave you some structure. It gave you territory to win back, enemies to destroy piece by piece, businesses to run, and a legacy to rebuild. That itself to me added a layer of motivation, as you weren't just causing chaos for chaos' sake. You truly were on a personal mission to dominate every possible corner of this fictional version of Miami. Now, despite Al Pacino not voicing Tony Montana in this, the replacement,
Andre Sogluzo,
really nailed the role. Well, not all the time, but if you weren't paying attention, you would swear it was Al Pacino himself.
You did me a favor, you shit. Got rid of my baggage. Made me lean like before. Okay, what you gotta do to make it right? To get everything back.
Now, I can't move on without mentioning the fact that this game had some of the most insane casting choices for some of these side characters. I mean, we had Ice-T, Cheech and Chong, Anthony Anderson, Be Real, Daniel Day Kim, Bam Margera, as well as bloodied Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. That alone is one of the craziest lists of folks that worked on this open world masterpiece. Now, if we're being honest, the main reason this game resonated well with people is the fact that it is a piece of fan fiction. It really is a what-if story that made people want to see how Tony would have lived if he managed to survive the events of the movie. In the end, Tony didn't just end up surviving, but actually growing and in the end finally getting his revenge.
You stupid fuck!
Now, was the story something special? Honestly, no. It was mediocre at best and probably is the only weaker part of the game itself. But for its time and the limitations that the game had to work around, this undoubtedly still stands as one of the best, if not the best GTA clone that we had the chance to play in the PS2 era. Now, I would want us all to take a moment to appreciate what could have been. Something that, again, I only found out now while researching for this video. This masterpiece of a game was actually planned to have a sequel, and yes, that sequel was a real thing. I will show a few clips in the following segment while covering the base premise that we know about. The developers, by year 2008, were already deep into production of Scarface 2, which was given the title Scarface Empire. Now, this would have seen us take Tony on a journey across Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and maybe even overseas. But unfortunately, this project ended up getting cancelled before it could see the light of day. Now, only finding this out now makes me hate whomever decided to cancel this and take away the opportunity to explore Las Vegas or Los Angeles in a game that's not GTA. Either way, this game for me personally is a lovely reminder of the time that I spent with my PS2. It's a game that makes me appreciate everything that I had growing up. It's a game that, when I turn on to replay now, brings a joy on the same scale as RDR2, for instance, does. Of course, it doesn't have the same emotional weight in terms of story, but the emotional connection to the past makes up for it. Anyways, what do you guys think? Is this GTA clone one of the best open world titles that we got on the PS2? What kind of memories tie you to this game? And have you ever even had the chance to play this game before? If not, then what the hell are you waiting for? Go and play it right now. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and a big thank you to all the 770 people that ended up subscribing. You folks are the best. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button and of course subscribe for a chance to win an RTX 7090 card once this channel reaches 10 million. Stay silly, keep patching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.